we're making it out to a old local spot. We don't live down here anymore, so we don't come here that often, which is almost making this a little bit more fun because I don't remember where the lines are. But essentially, the topic of today's video is doing tire tests. Essentially, I love the test tires that I have on, but they are definitely wearing out. So I got in a whole whirlwind of trying to find other tires that perform well, that I like. Personally like J Concept Green Compound. Got the landmines and felt indifferent about them. So then I ordered Injora cling-on tires because the ruptures that I really wanted were out of stock. And then from there, the ruptures came into stock. So then I ordered those as quick as I could so I didn't lose the chance. But the idea that led me to is it worth buying a tire because of the rubber compound or because of the actual tread of the tire? So the best example that I have, which the first series, I guess, or episode of the series, is going to be the Klingon's kind of versus the ruptures. It's not going to be like this tire is better than the other. So it's not how I want it to be. I just want it to essentially say, like, is it worth spending a little bit over double the price? Or if one is out of stock, is it worth buying the other? Like if you're in a pinch or whatnot. So I just thought it'd be a fun little series to do tires that I care about. Pretty much all of them will be about the 61 to 64 millimeter range. Personal tire size that I like for mine, with it being a 4M and the high trail-ish wheelbase. It's a little bit in the middle, but more towards the high trail still. But let's find another obstacle. So this is actually a little bit challenging, trying to remember where all the rocks that I always drove were. So for this test, this is my only truck that I have, and I like it that way. But this is what I'm going to be using. I feel like for the most part, I have my truck dialed into how I like it. And yeah, so that will keep the truck consistent. And then also having both the ruptures and the tusks, and very much liking both of them and trying to get every ounce of life out of these tusks. I have two identical wheel sets. So that is down to the actual wheels, the rings that are in the center, and also the inserts. So I am going to go through what the wheels and all the setup is when I kind of have a official start to the video. I think that I have a good variety of rocks around here. So there's gonna be some more slick bulkhead ones. There is some quickcrete spots. There's some more like, I think it's sandstone ones. So I feel like all of that will be kind of a good tell sign of what tires will do pretty decent, what ones won't. Am I okay? Have my camera back on my remote, and I need to remember that. Yeah. So, yeah. Essentially, I'm trying to make this series because these are videos that I want to see, and me trying to look them up, I couldn't find any. But I don't care to have any like ironically, first thoughts videos, I want, like, is the tire actually worth it? Not, did you get sent them? Like, should I buy them because you got sent them from the company for free and your review is kind of biased towards them? And or what is your driving style? Like, I don't know what your driving style is. You have multiple trucks and it keeps changing, so I want to keep it nice and simple and somewhat reliable. So let me know what you guys want to see, like questions about how I'm testing it, about the exact, I don't know, what should I don't know, like answers should I do for it? Need to not do that. Actually, no, I need to do that. Okay. So essentially, like, what do you guys want to know? I want to know if they hold pretty good. Does the tread fold? How's the driving and performance? Like turning, like, do they just push through turns? Do they feel stable? How do they bounce? If you have to bump stuff, essentially kind of like how I just did, but it's not, this spot's not necessarily the same. Oh no. All right, so couldn't save it, so we swapped spots. But yeah, I want it to be more like real world testing, not like, I don't want it to be this tire's better than that tire, because I don't really feel like that's fair, more or less, in a way. Just because, like, your driving style, your truck is set up differently than mine, so I don't feel like it's fair to say one tire is not good or better than the other, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, still trying to like figure out exactly how I want to define it, more or less, but I thought this could be a fun little series to do. And still, even the ruptures are out of stock now, but with the tusks being out of stock, I think I'm going to order, I have a couple tires in mind, and then I have a couple of their potentially knockoff tires, or tires that I would get in substitutes of the specific ones that I want to get. So yeah, I just thought this would be a fun little series to do. And also right now just getting to drive some old rocks that I haven't been to for a while. All right, truck is not favoring descents today, but trying to completely wear out these tusks on some of my old rocks where I drove them for the first time. But yeah, I don't know. Trying to get as much life out of these tusks as possible. As you guys might have already noticed, I'm running them backwards to just try to get any amount of performance out of them still. And also that kind of goes with, if you had different, more grippy rocks, you might have a lot more life out of them. With me having a lot more like slick river rocks, I don't know how much life I can really get out of tires anymore. Let's see here. So yeah, I want to get another pair of tusks, but if I have that many tires, testing and whatnot, and just like that, back at the beginning. So I have a bunch of tires that I want to try out, and considering tusks are, or J Concept tires tend to be out of stock, which I am being open and letting you know that that is my preferred tire compound, and just essentially tread pattern has been making such a difference on these tires, on this compound, that I don't know, didn't even expect it to, in a way. But the ruptures drive quite different than these tusks, and I don't know, just letting my true thoughts out are, I don't think the ruptures to me and my driving style are as good as I anticipated them being, and I feel like that's perfectly fine. There are probably thousands of people that will say that I'm wrong, but is it truly me being wrong if it's just my personal preference? So I feel like that is another thing in it, is it all comes down to your personal preference and your driving style. So this will not be perfect to you, but it may help you significantly versus either, like I said, okay, just setting the truck back up here this time to try to get this descent. Yeah, this may not be perfect to you, but I feel like at least what I can give, this is a pretty good, fair, I don't know, way of doing it. Maybe trying to go even slower. I think this is like the best that my truck descends, like weight-wise. I don't know why it's not doing this. I don't know if the tires aren't gripping as much because they're worn out. I don't know if I need to give it a little bit of throttle to... Okay. So we're making it. But yeah. Also, I'm not going to do like hill killing lines or anything along those lines. Like solely, it will be just, I feel like, trying to make it a good rounded test so you guys can have the best chance of getting tires that you'd be content with, as long as you like how I drive, potentially have the rocks that I'm testing on around you, and I don't know, have the same-ish driving style that I do. So really just all depends, but like I said, aiming to make videos that I want to see that I don't have. Alright, so also another reason why I'm going to probably do this series now is I feel like these tusks are very close to biting the bullet. So I don't mind not having them as a option on one of the tire sets that I have. But let's get over and around and on that next rock. And I'm going to aim to not break a drive shaft. Alright, I think last time I was here I drove down this, maybe? Let's see. Take a different way down it, maybe? Let's not belly out too hard, which I know we're going to. Get into the rocker. But I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this series. We have one more rock line to do. Alright, so last rock. Also, I want to start writing down my thoughts because I feel like I've been kind of all over, and it's because I literally never write down what I want to talk about. I just always wing it. So the first time I did this with a Chevy, it had the rear tires slide like that, and I loved how it looked. And ever since then, the tires have always just grabbed with my setups and done it and made it look like a super easy line. So super happy that I just slid around with that. And we are up with a flat skid. So yeah, that's another thing. Truck has the stock chassis still with the Bronco front shock mounts with the Injora rears, and that's just how I like my truck set up. Don't know what class it would technically be. I feel like different places say that it's a different setup or a different class, so yeah. Let me know what you guys think. All nice and flexed out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Questions, comments, concerns. Like I said, I want this to be non-biased, just good, solid, best scenario, real world scenario. Yeah. I need to start writing down what I'm going to say. But thank you guys for checking out this video. Let me know what you guys think about the series coming up, as well as you can give me tire preferences if they line up with what I want to get, or maybe even open my eyes to some different ones. Yeah, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.